G'day, just going to do an update sort of video on what I've done on this boat so far. Done a few jobs. It's pretty windy, so hopefully you can hear what I'm saying. I'm getting some pretty big gusts through the anchorage from a big nor'west. There's a dolphin swimming around just a couple of minutes ago, a Hector's dolphin, just around all the moored boats, so hopefully he'll come back. Yeah, so anyway, the biggest cosmetic change is probably the Dodger. Got that sewn up a bit. The window here was all, someone had sat on it, fallen and through it, and so I've just put a line of stitching in there by hand. I'll probably end up bringing another one in, just keeping an eye out for an industrial sewing machine on Trade Me. You can get them pretty cheap. I might put some more thread through that. Mainsail, there was one of the batten pockets is totally ripped out, so I spent ages hand sewing that in as well, so that's all good. On the back here I've put a few fishing rod holders in, just to keep the broom and the hooky thing, just to keep them off the deck, keep it a bit less cluttered, and also just a PVC pipe on the back there for the Windex, so you can tell which direction the wind's coming from while you're sailing. It's a pretty important bit of kit. I've also put in a solar vent. There's not really a lot of air movement through this boat when it's locked up tight, so now that's should hopefully take care of that, keep things a bit cooler. And yeah, anytime you can give it air circulating around, it's going to reduce any risk of condensation and mould, so that works quite nicely. Got that off Trade Me, someone had purchased it and never used it, so got a good deal on that. We're only really going to have this boat for a couple of seasons at most, so all the work I do on it is just trying to not put too much money into the boat, because you can guarantee, especially with a boat this cheap, you're not going to get your money back. So I'm just trying to get everything sort of nice and workable without spending too much money. Next projects will be these two wooden bits here. I've measured up the tiller there, so I'll be removing that next time I come. I'm just replacing it with a bit of wood to hold it there, and I'll take that home and sand it back and give it a paint. And that solar panel, undecided what I'll do with that. I might just hand sand that back and on the boat and just put some paint on rather than taking it home. It's all screwed in and everything, and it's all wired up, so yeah, I'll probably do it that way. So there's a new shiny, clean anchor locker and anchor. So yeah, that's looking pretty good. To work out the port light bulb is gone. They're old school little automotive bulbs, not LED, so I'll see what it's going to cost to replace port and starboard lights with LED ones. also replaced the old battery, which you can see sitting up there. Old as Moses, I think. It's at least sort of 15-20 years old. I think I worked out it was from 2000. And it was just sitting there uncovered, so every time you come in through here you're getting water dripping down onto it. If any water comes through it, straight on the battery. So replaced that, and it wasn't secured either, so replaced that with a plastic bin which is secured down so it can't go anywhere. And yeah, it's not a brand new battery, it's one that I had from our caravan, which I'd replaced, and it was only about 6 months old then, so this doesn't have a lot of electrical use. A couple of old school, probably, I don't know, 10 watt bulbs there. I can just replace those with LED bulbs, they'll come right out. And the radio uses a bit. So there's 3 lights, and the old school VHF as well. Yeah, and I also have put in case that VHF fails, I've got my handheld which can charge in there. It's a cord that goes up into the cigarette lighter attachment, so I've got that backup as well. And I think that is about it. No, there's more projects to do. I'll just keep whittling away at them, but she's pretty much good to go now. Took her out for a sail last week and she did pretty well, so as long as we get some good weather, I'll start bringing some friends out in the family, and we can see what she can do.